Guys, will start in next 1 minute. Guys, can any one of you please confirm if I'm audible and visible? You can type yes in Q&A. You can type yes in the Q&A box. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So, hello everyone and very good morning. Very good morning to everyone. We are today here to talk about the CFA program, Chartered Financial Analyst. Before starting, let me just introduce myself. First things first. So guys, I am Karan Agarwal. I'm a chartered accountant, qualified ACCA member, CFA level 3 pass out and certified FRM. I am a guest lecturer at EduPristine, taking ACCA and CFA lectures. The agenda for today is discussing everything about the CFA program. What exactly is the CFA course? What is the time involved? What is the cost involved? What are the subjects? How difficult are the subjects? What is the expected salary you can get after qualifying your CFA? What are the different job profiles in which you can try after qualifying your CFA? Everything will be covered in depth in this entire 1 hour session. So let's get started without wasting any further time. Talking about the CFA program is the Chartered Financial Analyst program. What do you mean by chartered? What do you mean by the word chartered? Chartered means supreme. So basically, after you qualify your CFA, you will be classified, you are called as a CFA. After your name, your qualification, that is comma CFA, will be added. So Chartered Financial Analyst, Supreme Financial Analyst. CFA Certification Benefits. So we need to know what is the benefit of doing this particular program. What is the benefit of doing this particular program? First of all, it offers you a global recognition. This is a course which is offered by CFA Institute, which is headquartered in USA, but the recognition is accepted worldwide. Rather, I would say that most of the premium universities throughout the world incorporate the curriculum which is given by the CFA Institute in their own university exams. So that is the level of curriculum which has been given by the CFA Institute, and CFA Institute provides you the degree, the qualification, which will be recognized all over the world, not just in USA, not just in India. CFA Institute has more than 170,000 charter holders who work in some of the industry's most prominent firms. Who are charter holders? Charter holders are the people who qualify all 3 levels of CFA program, meet the work experience requirement as given by the CFA Institute, and sign the professional conduct statement and pay the annual membership fees. So these are 3-4 conditions that you must have to meet before qualifying, before calling yourself a charter holder. So in total, there are approximately 170,000 charter holders throughout the world as of now. The number is increasing on an everyday basis, including JP Morgan, UBS, RBC, Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, HSBC, Wells Fargo, Morgan Stanley. So I'm sure you must have heard this top names of the top-notch companies in which everyone would like to work after qualifying as a CFA member. Active CFA member societies are available in more than 50 countries. So they have the concept of CFA societies in each and every country. Like in India as well, we have domestic CFA member societies where normal meetings are being conducted by the CFA charter holders, and they can discuss about industry standards. They can discuss about what changes have come in the technology which is related to finance, and everything with respect to financial domain will be discussed in this member society meetings. So you can be a part of this after qualifying your CFA program. CFA program is recognized by 60+ regulators in more than 40 markets. So many regulators, many industries, many companies, and different countries recognize this particular CFA program. Acha guys, if you have any particular query, you can just type in the Q&A box. I will be taking all the queries at the end of the session. Let me just complete the entire PPT within the next 45 minutes, and then I will be taking your queries for the next 10 minutes. Okay. Over 125 colleges and universities incorporate the majority of CFA curriculum into the courses. This is what I said a few minutes before. Career advantage: employers recognize CFA charter holder as the definitive standard by which to measure the competence, integrity, dedication. So this is basically proving, making a very strong point, which proves that a person who is having a CFA charter holder, when compared to a person who is not having a CFA charter holder, definitely will have an edge. Definitely will have an edge in interviews, in your job interviews, ultimately in your professional life as well. You have a good practical understanding of how things work in real life, then automatically the employers will be able to judge and filter out the candidates amongst so many different CVs which they get. Practical skills: the CFA program curriculum focuses on the practical knowledge. The CFA program is divided into 3 levels: level 1, level 2, and level 3. Level 2 is incorporating the theoretical knowledge, and level 3 is cementing the theoretical knowledge into practical life. So how behavioral finances help in, how behavioral finance actually is there, present for any individual, how to actually manage funds for people, because finance is something, financial knowledge or personal finance is something which is not same for everyone. It is not a one-stop shop. You will have to create different portfolios for different individuals depending on their different situations. So it will help you, assist you to identify what is the situation, how to identify those situations, and what kind of portfolios will be best suited for your particular clients. So we'll be talking about CFA program, then talking about EduPristine and how EduPristine can help you get this particular qualification, and then we'll provide you some contact information through which you can contact EduPristine. Talking about eligibility criteria. So first of all, who can start with the CFA course? Can anyone start with it? No. A person who meets the minimum eligibility criteria can only start with the CFA certification. Level 1. Who can start with level 1? Any final year graduate can appear for the CFA level 1 exam. That means you cannot start with your CFA level 1 exam before your third year of graduation. For example, you are doing BCom, so unless and until you are in third year of graduation, you cannot start with the CFA level 1. Plus, if you want to create an account with CFA Institute and log in, make payments to CFA Institute everywhere, and plus give your examination, you need a passport. A valid passport is mandatory for anyone who wants to give the exam and register for the CFA course. That is why in the bracket we have written that passport is mandatory for every candidate. CFA level 2 exams, you should have completed level 1 as well as your graduation. So level 1 you can start in the third year of graduation, for example, BCom. So, but level 2 you can give your level 2 exams only when you complete your graduation plus you have your CFA level 1 qualification. Level 3, for giving level 3 you need to have completed your level 2 exams. So basically this is a clear-cut hierarchy: complete level 1, move to level 2, complete level 2, move to level 3. After you qualify all the 3 levels of CFA program, you can get access to the CFA membership, and you can call yourself a CFA charter holder provided you meet certain conditions. I told you that conditions, first condition out of which is having a practical work experience of around 4,000 hours, translating into 36 months of work experience. That is 3 years of work experience in the investment domain, in the investment decision-making activities, in the finance domain. Then only it will be considered as relevant work experience, otherwise not. So this work experience can be before, during or after qualifying your CFA program. ऐसा नहीं है कि बाद में होना चाहिए या ऐसा नहीं है कि साथ साथ में करना पड़ेगा. You can do it before, after or during the CFA course as well. But this 36 months of experience, CFA level 3 pass out plus paying the membership to CFA Institute and signing a professional conduct statement. This is like a pledge that you are going to behave ethically, so on and so forth. So this is a pledge which you will have to sign and submit it to CFA Institute to ultimately give you access to the CFA membership and get the CFA charter. About the exams are conducted by CFA Institute USA. Minimum time to pass the exams, pass all the 3 levels, is now between 1 to 1.5 years. It is difficult to complete within 1 year. But you can easily complete the same within 1.5 years if you qualify all the 3 levels in your very first attempt. So previously, we used to take around 2.5 to 3 years at least to complete all 3 levels. This time has been reduced considerably by the CFA Institute. Previously, level 2 and level 3 exams were conducted only once in a year. Now they have changed the entire testing pattern. They have rechecked the entire testing pattern, and now you can give the exams twice a year. Level 1 exams are 4 times in a year, and level 2 and level 3 is twice a year. Therefore, it will help you clear your entire CFA program within a period of 1.5 years as well. CFA Institute, completion of CFA program, proper education and work experience requirement, signing the professional conduct statement, paying the membership fees, and getting the CFA charter. A very important slide for every one of you who wants to start with the CFA level 1. These are the subjects which we are going to learn in the program. One second, guys. Yeah, so there are 3 levels. The 3 levels are divided into 10 subjects for level 1 and level 2. And in level 3, we are having 7 subjects because these 3 subjects have 0 weightage. That means ये 3 subject है नहीं in your level 3 portion. Quantitative methods is nothing but your maths. FRA is nothing but your accounts. So you must be having some knowledge of maths and accounts as well, at least in the initial level 1 and level 2 paper. Level 3 के अंदर your maths and accounts is not there, and corporate finance is also not there. The exams for all these papers, it will be conducted within 1 single day. ऐसा नहीं है कि 10 दिन जाके 10 exams देनी है. You will be giving the paper in 1 single day. The exam time is approximately 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours. 4 hours 30 minutes की exam होगी, which will be divided to 2 hours 15 minutes, 2 hours 15 minutes. Level 1 and level 2 is completely objective based. What do I mean by objective based? Completely MCQ based. Out of 3 answers, you have to select one. If you select the correct answer, you get marks. Otherwise, you don't. Level 3 is divided into 2, objective plus subjective. The morning session, which is the first half, will be conducted as subjective, and the second half is conducted as objective. Subjective के अंदर you will have to write, and ultimately you will have to write the answers, and ultimately a human examiner is going to check it. For all the other objective questions in level 1, level 2, and level 3 as well, it will be checked directly by the computer system. Why? Because you are going to give your exams in the CBE format, computer-based examination format. You will be allotted PCs. PC allot किया जाएगा तुमको center पे. You will have to give your exams in the period of that 4.5 hours. Automatically, the computers will be checking your answers because there can be only one answer for a particular MCQ question, and this will decide ultimately whether you move to the next level or not. Talking about passing percentage, generally the passing percentage for level 1 is around 45%. For level 2, it is around 50%. And for level 3, it is around 55%. That means a person out of 100 people, 45 people qualify for level 1, 50 people qualify for level 2, and 55 people qualify for level 3. But you must have seen the recent results. The recent results were pretty bad, and the level 1 result was approximately 25%. So considerable decrease, but this is the one-off decrease. We are not expecting such low passing percentage in future as well. The annual average is around 45%. Talking about subjects, like I said, there are 10 subjects: ethics, quantitative methods, economics, financial reporting, corporate finance, equity, fixed income, derivatives, alternative investments, and portfolio management. These numbers are nothing but the weightages. So out of 100, क्या weightage हो सकता है? So portfolio management in level 1 will have 5 to 8% of weightage. Alternative investment will have 5 to 8% of weightage. The highest weightage in level 1 at least will be for ethics as well as for FRA. ethics and FRA command the highest weightage, and therefore we say that if you want to qualify for level 1, you will have to do your best in ethics as well as the FRA paper. This is the key to clear your level 1 examination. The marks or the weightages differ in the subsequent level. So her level ka alag alag hai. It is not exact. That is why a range is given. Sometimes they might have around 10% for FRA, or sometimes they might have even 15% for FRA. So that is not given directly by the CFA Institute. It generally changes depending on exam to exam. But this is like a, you can say, average on the basis of previous exams. CFA Institute will not disclose the question paper. Basically, you cannot take the question paper after the examination. Previously, there used to be a paper-based exam format. Now we have shifted to computer-based exams. So paper-based exams, maybe they did not allow you to actually take the question paper back at home. They want to meet and ensure the integrity of the examination. Therefore, you cannot even discuss the questions which were tested in the examination. ये इतना confidential detail होता है. Ethics, the portion for ethics remains constant in all 3 levels. That means whatever I teach to my ethics student, for level 1, the same thing I teach to my level 2 students, same thing I teach to my level 3 students. The portion is exactly the same. The only difference will be the difficulty level of questions which might be tested in the examination, nothing else. Out of 3 levels, I have already told that level 1 is conducted 4 times in a year, level 2 is conducted twice a year, and level 3 once again is conducted twice a year. Level 2 is considered as most difficult level of CFA. तुम बोलेगा sir level 3 easy है क्या? I would not say easy है, but comparatively is easier than level 2. Why do we say this? Because first of all, level 1 is very, very simple. And the shift from level 1 to level 2 is very high. So you need good amount of understanding on the concepts being learned here, and most probably whatever you are learning in level 2 you might have not learned anywhere else. So since you are learning it for the first time, it will be a very, very tough exercise for anyone to do. Level 1 is comparatively simple, but the passing percentage increase with the increase in level. यहाँ पे मैंने बताया था 45% है, यहाँ पे 50, यहाँ पे 55 भी जाता है. Okay. Is it necessary to clear in all the papers if you want to qualify for level 1? The answer is no. मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि सारे papers में clear करना पड़ेगा. But there is a rumor that you will have to clear at least individually in ethics paper. तो ethics paper को qualify individually करना पड़ेगा. Individually, whatever is the target set by the CFA Institute, you will have to meet that target, because otherwise it becomes difficult to qualify for level 1. Ethics is considered as the most important level by the CFA, most important subject by the CFA Institute in all the 3 levels. This is proven by the fact कि portion भी तीनों level का same है और इतना important weightage दिया हुआ है. Around 10 to 15% weightage is minimum, or level 1 method is revolving around 15 to 20% weightage. So CFA Institute considers ethics as the most important subject out of the 10. ये सब जो subjects है, ethics and derivatives and alternate investments, these are for 5 to 10% of your entire portion. Talking about the books, generally people prefer the author which is called as Schwezer करके एक author है. उसकी बुक तुमको तुम्हारे लोकल स्टेशनरी शॉप में मिल जाएगी if you order it, or you can buy it from Amazon. If you go for EduPristine will be providing its own summary notes 1 day before examination. We understand that a student cannot revise the entire 10 subjects 1 day before examination, so you need some PPT format में summary notes which will be provided by EduPristine, which will come as a handy notes for revision 1 day before exams. The passing percentage, I have already said, but passing marks. Is there any passing marks? The answer is no. Because CFA Institute does not disclose what is the passing marks. They say that this is a confidential exam information. Even on the result day, you will just get an email from CFA Institute whether you have cleared or not. Nothing else. So you will not get to know what is the amount of marks you got in cons. What is the amount of marks you got in economics? No. That particular information is never disclosed by CFA Institute. You will be getting a graph which will be in the PDF format. वो मैं दिखा दूंगा कि कैसा दिखता है, but no individual marks per subject will be given to you. Okay. Moving to the next. Acha, each level requires 250 to 350 hours. Actually, this is what CFA Institute says, that you need around 300 hours of studies for your individual level. Each level requires at least 300 hours of studies. We have given a range 250 to 350 because if you are having a particular qualification with respect to finance, हो सकता है तुम्हारा काम 250 hours में भी हो जाए. For example, I could complete my level 1 in less than 150 hours. Why? Because I was a chartered accountant when I cleared my when I started with my CFA. I started with CFA after my CA course, so I had a very decent knowledge on the subjects in the level 1 being tested. So I could complete everything in a matter of 150 hours as well. But for a person who is a complete fresher, might take 300, 350 hours as well, depending on the existing qualification, the background, and the knowledge with respect to finance. The question is, can students with no financial background start with CFA course? Start with CFA course? The answer is yes. Why? Because CFA course is designed in such a way that even a complete fresher can start with the level 1 program and get a grip of what the finance is all about. वो course को बनाया ऐसा है that automatically you can start as a fresher, and then when you complete the level 3, you will be having a very refined knowledge on the subject of finance. You are learning corporate finance, ethics, equity, fixed income, derivatives. So the subjects being learned here are so diversified, so wide, that anyway after qualification you will be having a decent knowledge of the entire finance. Level 1 exam pattern. So previously there was, like I said, paper-based exam pattern. Now they have shifted to computer-based tests. So immediately after COVID, they realized that paper-based exam testing pattern is no longer feasible. Almost all the finance-related courses and the reputable organizations moved to computer-based testing pattern. So previously, there was only 1 day and time offered for all the candidates to go to the center, give the examination. Now there is a self-scheduling exam window of 10 days. So basically, as far as my knowledge goes, this is done so as to avoid crowd and follow the social distancing norm. They have given the 10-day period. Within those 10-day period, you have to select any one day, go to the center and give the examination. This is just to avoid and have social distancing. But this might continue sometime in future as well. Exam details. Previously, there were 240 questions which were being tested in level 1. Now there is only 180 questions. The number of questions have reduced. All these questions, like I said, are MCQ based. Locations, proctored exam in 400 exams location globally. So they have increased the exam centers as well. Previously in Mumbai, I'm talking about Mumbai, there was only one college in Kandivali which was acting as a center for the CFA examinations. Nowadays, they have increased the centers even in Mumbai. 2.5 hour session. Previously, like I said, the exam was for 6 hours previously. Now the exam is for 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours, which is divided to 2 hours 15 minutes, and then optional break in between, and then once again 2 hours 15 minutes, in total 4 hours 30 minutes. Optional break as in you want to take a break, you can take it, otherwise you can continue with the second half. The first part is called morning session, the second part is called afternoon session. The exam format is completely MCQ based. This is something we are going to cover in the next slide. Level 2 and level 3 exam pattern. Each exam is 4.5 hours long. We have already discussed this, divided into 2 hours 15 minutes and 2 hours 15 minutes, which is split between morning and afternoon sessions. The level 2 exams is composed of item set question. Once again, MCQ based. Level 3 is essay questions, which is nothing but subjective question, as well as the item set question, which is nothing but the objective question. So level 3 is a mix of subjective plus objective. Level 1 and 2 is pure MCQ based. Level 2 and level 3 is now conducted twice a year. Previously, like I said, it was being conducted only 1 time a year. As per the new exam structure, level 2 and level 3 will now happen twice a year instead of once. There is a percentile system given in the CFA results. So less than 50% is considered as poor. 51 to 70% is considered as average, and more than 70% is considered as above average. So for example, when you solve 10 questions, I would say अगर तुमको 7 से 8 correct आ रहा है ना, 7 to 8, if you're getting correct, you can say that you will be easily qualifying for the paper. Out of 10, अगर 7 to 8, मतलब 70 to 80% correct answers आ रहे हैं, तो getting less than that can be very risky for the qualification and moving to the next level. Though, like I said, there are 10 subjects. Out of 10 subjects, it is not necessary that you have to clear in all the subjects. हो सकता है your performance in 9 subjects is exceptional. But एक subject में तुमको कुछ भी नहीं आता था और तुमने उसमें कुछ भी अच्छे से नहीं किया, but still you will be clearing the paper. Sorry, clearing the level, because CFA Institute will be taking the overall average. The overall average will be taken by CFA Institute. They are not going to check on the paper base. Key to crack level 1 exam is to do properly in the paper called ethics and FRA. So this is what I had already conveyed, that if you want to clear CFA level 1, then ethics and FRA is the most important subjects you have to focus for your exams. Exam dates. So these are the new schedules for the exam dates. Level 2 is generally in the month of May and August, and level 3 will be in the month of May and November. You need to pre-book your examinations. ऐसा नहीं कि नवंबर में एग्जाम देना है तो you will be booking your exams in October or start of November. ऐसा नहीं चलता है. You will have to book your exams well in advance. I will be giving you the due dates within which you will have to book the exams. Exam centers. So these are the exam centers. So if you are in some other remote location other than these areas, then you will have to travel to the nearest exam center to give the examination. घर पे बैठ के exam नहीं दे सकता है तुम लोग. So Mumbai, Kolkata, Bangalore, Delhi, Chennai, Ahmedabad, Pune, Jaipur, Lucknow, Hyderabad, Bhopal. All these are the places where there are test centers for CFA, at least in India. Basically, you will find the test centers in all the metro cities. For Feb level 1 computer exams will be offered in scheduling windows up to 10 days depending on the location. I have already explained this particular point. Final test center confirmation will be displayed on the admission ticket. Admission ticket is nothing but your hall ticket. Hall ticket will be available to you a few days before examination. You can download it, print it, and carry it in your examination for final checking. You will be asked to show your passport, which will be passport along with your admission ticket, which is very important to give your examination. If you don't have passport, or if your passport is expired, then my request will be to get it renewed as fast as possible. All the levels of CFA program is now shifted from paper-based to computer-based. Like I said, there is a shift from paper-based to computer-based. There is a flexibility to quickly and reliably adjust to the changing landscape. More convenient, socially distant, computer-based test administration. So instead of paper-based, computer-based has been incorporated in the CFA testing pattern, and this is to meet the changing landscape. We all are in the era of technology, and we need to move to the computer-based testing pattern from paper-based anyway. Increased number of exam administration for every level, providing a multi-day exam window and broader footprint to test the areas to improve the flexibility. So previously, like I said, there was level 1 was twice a year, and level 2 and 3 was once a year. Now they have changed this particular pattern. Level 1 4 times a year, level 2 and level 3 twice a year. A fully digital format aligns to the real world professional environment. CFA Institute realized that ultimately you are going to work in the professional life on computers. So ultimately computer knowledge is required, technological knowledge is required. So might as well start with the testing pattern on computers only, allowing to better model the tasks and problem solving needs of the today's finance professionals. Computer-based exams for all the 3 levels. Guys, if you feel any points are important, then you can just take a snap of that particular slide. Scheduling window for 2021 examination. Actually, the 2021 examination is no longer applicable to you, because the due date of 2021 examination, the last 2021 examination for November, uska due date chala gaya. Now you cannot book it, and therefore you have to move to 2022 examinations only. The first exams in 2022 will be conducted in the month of Feb month में conduct होने वाला है first examination. So you can do the registration, take the enrollment, and book the examination earliest for Feb 2022 only. Feb 2022 only. We are now in the month of August. A candidate cannot repeat, like I said, level 1 4 times a year, level 2 on Feb and August, level 3 May and November. But point is that a candidate cannot repeat the same level or write the next level in the immediate next quarter. In the immediate next quarter, there has to be a minimum 6 months gap between two exams. So this is a very important point. So basically, for example, if suppose you would have cleared, for example, your level 1 examination in Feb 2022. So can you give August 2022 in level 2 in August 2022? Let's check whether there is 6 months gap. March, April, May, June, July, August. So yes, there is a 6 months gap. Therefore, you can give level 2 in August 2022. If suppose you qualify your level 2 in August 2022, can you give level 3 in November? Let's check. August ke baad September, October, November. No, there is no 6 months gap, and therefore you cannot give level 3 in November 2022. You can give level 3 directly in May 2023 because 6 months ka minimum gap hona chahiye. So this is the exam schedule. Level 1, Feb, May, August and November. And like I said, the earliest you can book is now Feb 2022. After this, you can give your level 2 in August 2022 and then your level 3 in May 2023. This is how your circle for CFA program will look like, provided you qualify the paper as per in the first attempt. Registration and scheduling. To register for the exams, you will have to sign into your account. So basically, you will have to create an account on the CFA Institute web page. CFA Institute के web page पे account बनाना पड़ेगा, just like you make your account in any social media profile. They will be asking some basic details, passport related details, your first name, last name, your existing qualification, so on and so forth. Complete the registration process. Then you will have to select the appropriate exam cycle. For you, it will be Feb 2022 for your level 1. Then provide the requested information, whatever they are asking, and then complete the payment process. The payment will have to be done in dollars. The payment will have to be done in dollars directly to CFA Institute. CFA Institute को dollars में pay करना पड़ेगा. You can pay in dollars through internationally activated debit card or credit card. Internationally activated debit card or credit card is required to make the payment to CFA Institute. International debit or credit card is required. To schedule your exam appointment, log into your account, select the CFA program tile, and then set your exam appointment date. So book your exams, make the payment. You will be getting a payment receipt on your email ID, on your registered email ID. After you book your exams, soft copy of the institute books, soft copy of the books given by the institute will be emailed to you as well. So if you want to study from the CFA Institute curriculum, you can study. Otherwise, you can go for the author, which I said is Schwezer. Schwezer is generally preferred author. There are other authors as well. Becker karke bhi ek author hai, but most of the people use Schwezer. Even I prefer Schwezer. If you want to study, then Schwezer plus EduPristine's notes are more than enough to qualify your examination. Schwezer notes will also give you practice bank and practice questions and question banks, so as to just ensure that you are well prepared for your examination. Computer-based testing day exam experience. Exams will be delivered in proctored exam center. That means there is no chance of copying. There will be a invigilator, a proctor, who will be ensuring that proper security measures are in place. And anyway, CCTV cameras will be there. So if you try to sneak into your friend's PC, that will automatically disqualify you for the examination, and a legal action can be taken against you. Each test center will closely monitor the candidates for cheating in any form. Before starting, you will have to sign a candidate pledge. So a pledge will have to be signed and submitted to CFA Institute. Then only you can start with your examination. In that pledge, same points that I am not going to copy in the examination. I will ensure that the integrity of the CFA examination will be maintained, so on and so forth. These are some points. You have to sign those points before starting. The writing materials will be given to you. So basically you cannot carry anything. Everything will be provided by CFA Institute. Your bags will have to be kept outside. वो properly settle किया जाएगा तुमको before examination, and that is why it is said that you should reach at least 30 minutes before your examination on the examination day. 30 minutes before you should reach so that you can settle well before exams. You are allowed to bring calculators. The only thing which is allowed to take for your exam center to the exam center is your calculators, and only Texas Instrument BA2 Plus or the HP 12C. These are the only two calculators which are allowed to be carried in the examination. You cannot take any other calculators. You will have to buy at least either one of them. Most of the people buy this particular calculator, Texas Instrument BA2 Plus. This calculator will cost you around 2,500 rupees, and you can get it once again from the local stationery shop. Otherwise, you can buy it from Amazon. There will be session 1, then there will be optional break, and then there will be session 2. This break is optional. Therefore, if you want, you can directly start with session 2 after you complete your session 1. The optional break is for half an hour. Candidates must arrive at least 30 minutes prior to the appointment date. They must store the personal belongings. The ID cards will be reviewed. Your passport will be reviewed. Your admission tickets will be reviewed. Candidates will be given the paper and the writing utensils. Pen, pencil will be given to you. That means you cannot carry it on your own. You can carry the calculator, and only these two calculators are allowed. You cannot carry any other calculator. Proctor will escort the candidate to the assigned computer. A computer will be assigned to you. Your exams will be started, and you can complete the examination and leave the exam center. Study material. Like I said, when you book your CFA exam, the CFA Institute core reading curriculum will be provided to you on email. मतलब soft copy तुमको मिल जाएगा PDF में. So you can use that to study, but that is quite humongous. Most of the people don't study that. It is good if you do it, but most of the people don't. If you want hard copy of the same, you will have to pay extra to the CFA Institute, and they will be then shipping the hard copy of the books from USA to your place. But उसके लिए extra payment करना पड़ेगा, and most of the students once again don't pay extra for this particular book. Hands-on material will be provided by EduPristine in the form of presentation. Like I said, 10 subjects, revising 10 subjects one day before examination is very difficult. So you need some sort of summary notes, hands-on material, which can be easy to revise one day before examination, which will be given in the form of presentation. LMS login will be given. So we have a system of learning management system. All the lectures will be recorded and uploaded on the LMS app, so that you can revise and go through the lectures at later point of time. You can even download the lectures and check it and read it from that particular lecture even n number of times. The materials will be also given to you in PDF format wherever required. Question banks will be provided by EduPristine through online access. Important notes will be given by the faculties during the lecture time as well. So these are the contents which will be available with you in order to clear your CFA program at any level. Calculators, like I said, यहाँ पे actually in Texas Instruments there are two types of calculator. Like I say, most of the students buy this calculator, Texas Instrument BA2 Plus. BA2 Plus professional की requirement नहीं रहती है. You can buy BA2 Plus. This is the most comfortable calculator, which most of the students actually use. Exam fee schedule. You need to know how much are you going to pay to the CFA Institute to start with the CFA program. Enrollment fee. This is the fee which you pay when you are a new candidate, and this is a one-time fee. This is a one-time fee, $450. Then there is exam registration. If you book your exams in early registration, then you will be paying $700. In which case your total cost will then become $1,150. But if you book as standard registration, then $450 plus $1,000, giving you $1,450 of the total cost. Guys, this cost is subject to change. Therefore, it is very important that you check the CFA Institute website at regular intervals. This particular slide is subject to change. जैसे जैसे CFA Institute को लगेगा cost increase करना है, they can increase it. Maybe tomorrow they can increase it from $1,000 to $1,200 as well. So, like I said, the November 2021 deadline was 10th of August. For registration. We are on 22nd of August right now. and therefore you cannot book 2021 November deadline. Maybe the late registration is open, but late registration will cost you even more, maybe 35 to 40,000 extra, and that does not make sense. So the first deadline available to you is Feb 2022, and the early registration for the same has already gone. That means if you want to give your paper in Feb 2022, that means you can book your examination under standard registration by latest by 1st of November. Don't wait till 1st of November to book your examination. Jitna jaldi ho kar lo, because the entire registration process also takes time. So there can be some small errors, like तुम्हारा नाम जो passport पे है वो match नहीं हो रहा है तुम्हारे existing नाम से, कुछ भी छोटी-छोटी issues आते हैं. So it is always better that you book your examination as early as possible. Book your examination and enroll for the course as early as possible. So the cost as of now remains same, and for you it will be $1,450. It will be $1,450, which I said you will have to pay to the CFA Institute directly using debit card in dollars only. (2021) exam dates. I think so. Since we are in August right now and November ka date already chala gaya, so no point in discussing this particular slide. We can ignore it completely. We are anyway going to focus on 2022 Feb deadline. CFA results. So if you remember, I said that the CFA results do not tell you how much marks you got in a particular subject, but they are going to give you this type of charts. So basically, this is a case. This particular line shows your performance, and इसके बाजू में एक blue color का इन लोग ने box बना दिया है. So this basically says कि this will be your average performance when you give your exam again and again. Average performance. एक mean calculate किया है. This particular line, topmost line, is considered as the marks of the student having more than 90th percentile. 90th percentile वाले top notch candidates के क्या marks थे? This is the minimum passing criteria. जो middle की line है, this is minimum passing, and this is fail. So if you are below this line, if you are below this middle line, then you can say this is a failure case. If you are above this line, then it is a clear pass case, and this is you are exactly on the middle, and therefore this is a borderline case. You are pass, but just pass wala candidate hai ye. Just pass. You can interpret the CFA Examiner results in such a manner, and you are going to get the same chart for all the 10 subjects and overall as well. So overall भी मिलेगा और 10 subjects के लिए individually भी मिलेगा, and so that you can understand what was your performance in all the 10 subjects, nothing else. Who employs CFA charter holder? So CFA charter holders provides you with a strong foundation in variety of career choices. Career choices are ample, and you can select wherever you want to go: portfolio management, research, advisory, investment banking. The doors to such areas, investment advisory, research, investment banking, will be open after you qualify your CFA program. Can you get a job after your level 1 exam? Very difficult, not impossible, but difficult. But you can get an entry-level job at least after CFA level 2. After you qualify level 2, you will be having a very decent knowledge of the CFA program, and therefore CFA charter holder, you can start with the entry-level job after level 2 very easily in the field of finance. This is a photo which is taken from the CFA Institute website directly. So this says that what percentage of candidates join investment company and mutual fund. So 23%. Private wealth management, family office trust company, 16%. Broker dealer, buy side, sell side, research, investment banking, once again 16%, so on and so forth. So whatever career domains interests you, you can go for it after qualifying your CFA. What are the job profiles which you can expect after qualifying your CFA? Financial modeling analyst. So you might be asked, maybe you are employed in the finance department of a company like Tata Steel, and you will be asked to create a financial model for the next 10 years. Basically, this will be like creating projections and valuations of the company, so that they might take bank loan or finance a particular project. Financial research analyst. So research analyst is You can join companies like angel broking. You can join any of the broker. Angel broking हो गया, तुम्हारा Zerodha हो गया. These are the brokers who are actually providing research reports to the clients, and this research reports are being prepared by research analysts. You can be a research analyst. Maybe you will be giving a particular sector, for example, FMCG. FMCG mein they might give you 3-4 companies, so you will have to continuously research on those companies. That will be your job profile. Equity research related to those. You will be valuing the companies and then deciding whether to give a buy comment or a sell comment or a hold comment to the to your clients. Credit analyst, you will be actually checking the research you will be doing, particularly the research you will be employed by the bankers, maybe in the credit department, and you will be actually deciding whether or not to provide finance to a particular borrower or not, taking into account his financial position, taking into account the collateral security which you have, the borrower's repayment capability, everything will be checked, ratios will be calculated, and ultimately you will be the one who is going to decide कि इसको finance करना है या नहीं. Banking jobs are available in abundance for anyone who wants to start your journey in the bank. Fund analyst, fund fact sheet, fund accounting, indexing, so valuing the debt instruments, getting your company listed on stock exchange for the first time, mergers and acquisitions, interim annual reports. So all these things, you will be getting a very rich exposure of all these important activities and areas after you qualify your CFA. Project manager, associate, pricing, operations, process management. So once again, these are some of the job profiles which is being taken by the CFA Institute members or CFA level 3 pass outs. Fund consultant, research associate, credit officer. We have already discussed about credit officer, ultimately deciding the loan proposal. Financial consultancy, you might prefer not to land into a job, not to land into a corporate role, and you might start your own services, whereby you will be giving personal finance related services to your prospective clients. So financial consultancy can also be given by a person who is a CFA charter holder. Who are the top employers? You need to know who are the top employers of the CFA member or the CFA charter holder. Citigroup, CRISIL, Deutsche Bank, HSBC, ICICI, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, BAML, that is Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, Citigroup, Credit Suisse. All these are the top-notch companies whereby any person will be loving to work in such companies, having a decent salary package as well. About EduPristine, last few sites, and then you can ask your queries. EduPristine is the largest, oldest, and the best authorized training provider for CFA exam in India. We train more than 2,000 CFA aspirants each year. We at EduPristine train 2,000 CFA aspirants each year. This is a very big deal. About EduPristine, EduPristine is a member of Adtalem Global Education. This is our parent company. This is a New York Stock Exchange listed company with a ticker symbol of ETG. This is a global education provider, which is once again having a headquarters in US. This is a $1.2 billion company and having 16,000 employees spread across 145 locations. We take pride in saying that we teach around 142,000 degree-seeking students all across the world, and we are the training leading providers for accounts and finance-related courses. So not just CFA, we have courses like ACCA, we have courses like CPA, we have courses like CMA, we have courses like BAT. So all these courses are related to the fields of accounts and finance, and therefore we are the leading training providers in this particular domain. We at EduPristine, we were founded in the year 2008, so we have a decent experience of around 12 to 13 years in this particular field, and we have a strong presence in both the online as well as classroom training. Actually, we have shifted completely to online for time being because of COVID-19, but we will once again be starting our classroom lectures as and when the government guidelines allow us to do so. We have a large alumni network of around 50,000 plus students having operations in 6+ cities, once again in all the metro cities. We have a faculty pool of 600 experts, 600 industry experts will be taking care about your topics in the CFA program. There are 10 subjects. It is not like a particular professor will be taking the entire 10 subjects. No, the professor who is expert in that particular subject will be taking that subject only. Soft skill training and 100% job assistance is given. That means that we are not just going to train you for CFA. We are going to do it for other things like soft skill training and job assistance. The problem with people is that they qualify CFA, but ultimately, because of lack of confidence, lack of communication skills, proper English speaking skills, soft skill training, resume building, mock interviews, these are also conducted so that a student is exam ready as well as the student is ready to enter into a professional life. Talking about CFA Level 1 program, what all do we offer in the live online training? We offer 120 hours, which is once again the highest in the industry. Generally, the sessions are conducted on weekend for the full-time professionals. Since full-time professionals cannot attend the classes on weekdays, the lectures are conducted on weekends for them. And the lectures are conducted on weekdays for full-time students. Lecture timings are generally 9 to 2, 10 to 3, such that on per weekend we are having around 5 hours of lecture, and within 24 days or 24 weeks we'll be completing the entire CFA Level 1 program, so that you get enough amount of time to do self-study for your exams as well. Topic-wise notes will be given in the PDF format. Question bank is provided of more than 2,500 questions. Recordings of all the classes will be given. Mock interviews are conducted in order to make you exam ready. Access to LMS will be given, which will be having other important contents and updates which might be of great importance to you. 24/7 online access. So basically we will be having a concept of forum. In this particular forum, you can ask your queries with respect to any of the questions in the CFA program. The expert from that particular query will be replying to you within 24 hours. Within 24 hours, so you'll be getting a reply of any of your queries. So you can contact our professors even after completing your lectures. Doubt solving forum is available, 24/7 access is given. Then we are having a facility of crash course as well. We do take crash course. We have classroom trainings, but as of now it is suspended because of COVID-19. We'll be starting it once again very soon. Why EduPristine? Why EduPristine? Because EduPristine is the largest, oldest, and the authorized training providers. Proper guidelines are given. We follow the CFA Institute prep provider guidelines very ethically. We have proper soft skill and placement assistant program, strong online as well as classroom platforms, which is available for the student. The content is comprehensive. When you study from EduPristine, along with Schwezer notes and the summary notes given by EduPristine, the content is comprehensive. You need not study anything else for your examination. The content is regularly updated. We know in the field of finance, things are changing on a very fast scale. So even we are fast in regularly updating the content which is available. The faculties are industry experts. The batch size is limited to 25 to 30 students. So this is not like we are taking around 100, 150 students, because we want to give a proper one-to-one attention to the students. We are having a proper dedicated batch size of 25 to 30 students so that we can manage and have a proper attention to the student. 1 year flexibility is given so that, God forbid, if you are not able to clear the paper, once again, you can, because of this 1 year validity criteria, you can take mock test, question bank, lectures once again by not paying anything for the second time for free. Soft skill training, I think so. This is something which I have already communicated, that soft skill training will be given by the expert counselors at EduPristine. So because of the core subjects, you will be learning the task-oriented learning, but people-oriented learning will be given by the counselors, helping you in the soft skill training. So right from scratch, brick by brick, everything will be covered, right from your CFA level 1, level 2, level 3 to ultimately ensuring that you land into a job by ensuring that you are having a good soft skills, communication skills, proper resume, mock interviews, so on and so forth. We at EduPristine, we have a dedicated email ID, care@edupristine.com, which is handled by the support team at EduPristine. They are going to reply you within 24 hours. if you have any query or any feedback with respect to the infrastructure, faculty, content, anything, you can directly contact the support team at this particular email ID. We are going to entertain your queries 24 business hours. And like I said, we have that online forum in which you can drop your queries, and that will be answered by the expert tutors. We have separate frequent webinars and seminars, just like the one you are attending currently, so that whatever updates are there will be given to you very fast. You can view the course structure, the course schedule, the details of the upcoming sessions, the required study material, and the recorded lectures for the attended sessions on the LMS. So everything will be updated on the LMS app. You can, from your mobiles, access this particular LMS app and get all the information. Plus, lecture scheduling ka jo email hoega, that will also be provided to you well before time. This will contain the link to join the lectures as well. Student ratings, generally the student rating on an average is 4.73 out of 5. The faculties are topic experts specialized in the area, experienced and certified professionals are going to take it. In most of the cases, chartered accountants, CFA members are going to take sessions for you guys. Regular feedbacks are taken from the faculty with respect to faculty performance. So basically, we always believe that there is always a room for improvement, and therefore we are going to take regular feedbacks after each and every session from the students, so as to ensure that the quality of services improves and the students are happy with the services being provided. Placement assistance, which includes resume building, interview preparation, and placement leads. Since we are having a good database of so many students, like I said, there are 2,000 students learning CFA from us every year. So we are having a good amount of database. Companies do contact us directly asking for details of some of the good candidates. So we can forward your CVs directly and you can get a lead on account of the references which we have, and you can land into good jobs. So these are some companies, once again, Fortune 500 companies where you can work after qualifying your CFA. These are some of the testimonials. You can read the testimonials. The topic or the slide is over, so I can take your queries. Is it better to do MBA after the CFA exam or before the CFA exam? I would say, see, first of all, if you are thinking about MBA in finance, you can definitely go for it. I would say go for it from the Premier Institute if you can. If the top IIMs can help you have a better career trajectory, a perpendicular career trajectory in your life. CFA program is totally different from the MBA program. Why? Because MBA program will be a on-campus based program. CFA is a distance learning. घर से पढ़ना है, center पे जाना है, exam देना है, you clear, move to the next level. MBA programs में you actually go to the campus, spend time with your friends, with your colleagues, meet your professors, do projects, and get that practical learning. So I would say this is CFA along with the MBA is a very good combination. I have seen many people doing CFA and then starting with the MBA program. So if you feel that you will be having good amount of time and you can manage both together, then you can start it simultaneously. Otherwise, I would suggest first complete CFA and then move to the MBA. Because MBA ke baad you will be getting jobs directly because of the campus placements. Then you will not get time to study for CFA. Because once you land into a job, it becomes difficult to start with CFA Okay, sorry, Pawan. I think so. Your voice is on mute on our front. We can't hear you. Okay. Yeah. So I was saying that that CFA is considered as the gold standard in the industry. Everyone knows about the fact that CFA is the gold standard for the investment profession. So if you want to earn the most respected investment credential, then you can enroll for the CFA program and register for the level 1 exams. Payment modes, we accept all the payment modes: online, NEFT, check payment, Paytm. This is the payment mode through which you can make payments to EduPristine for your class fees. We also have facility for educational loans. We have connections with some NBFCs through which you can get educational loans for courses like CFA. This is the contact email ID as well as the contact number. You can note it down for your reference. Anyway, you'll be getting a call from the expert counselors at EduPristine within 24 hours, and they will then take the things forward for you. You can also visit the EduPristine's website where all the details are available, and you can also meet us in person by visiting the nearby EduPristine's office. There is one question by Pawan. Can you get investment research job profiles after completing level 1? It needs 400 hours, 4,000 hours of work experience to get level 3 completion and landing into a job. See, Pawan, I would say first of all, regarding work experience, that 4,000 hours translating into 3 years of work experience can be before, during or after CFA. मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि तुमको पहले ही करना है या साथ में ही करना है या बाद में ही करना है. It is up to your wish. And believe me, CFA Institute is not that strict and stern with respect to that criteria. Even CFA Institute wants to give the charter holder qualification to every one of you when you qualify for level 3. The main task is qualifying level 3. ये जो work experience criteria है, that is something which is very easy to get. So and this work experience criteria is not important to land into a job. You can get a job even without this experience. Basically, that level 3 qualified or level 3 pass out in your CV will ultimately help you, assist you to get a job in the finance domain. So investment research, these are some jobs which are anyway available in abundance, and you can definitely get it after qualifying level 2. Level 1 में मिल सकता है. I would not say no, but it depends on your previous experience as well, previous qualification as well, and third, your references. तुम्हारा पहचान अच्छा है, तुम्हारा reference अच्छा है, then you can easily get it. If you don't have any connects in the industry, then it will become difficult. Yes, you need to do some sort of hard work from your end. थोड़ा hard work करना पड़ेगा. Maybe you will have to message people on LinkedIn, upload your CVs on websites like Naukri.com, and forward your CVs through friends, through your networks in many such organizations, and ultimately you'll be getting a call, crack the interview, and you can land into a job. I have seen people getting a job after level 1. I've seen people getting a job after level 2 as well. So both are acceptable and both are practical, but level 2 ke baad it is comparatively simple. So guys, if you have any other questions, just let me know. If you have any other questions, let me know. If you want to ask your question in person, then you can just raise your hand. Guys, you can contact me after the lecture as well on LinkedIn. I am available on LinkedIn. My profile name is CA Karan Agarwal. You can talk to me, and if you need any further information, you are free to message me there. Any other point which you want me to clarify, let me know. Otherwise, the session is done from my end. I think so. I have already taken 10 minutes extra of your time. So I'll wait for another 30 seconds. If there are no questions, I'll leave. We can close the session for today then. Guys, I hope the session was an informative one. I tried to cover everything from the session, everything in the session with respect to CFA. I hope majority of your points are clear, and that's it from my side. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Have a nice day and enjoy your weekend. You were a great audience. That's it. Bye-bye. And that's me signing off, guys. Thank you. Acha. Really informative. Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye, guys.